Yo, welcome to the All in Our Heads podcast.
What's up,
we are
everybody?
live. Sorry for the false start if you saw it before, but
That's all right. We're here now.
whatevs.
So what's the delay before it shows up on Facebook? Because I'm looking at Facebook right now and it's not.
There's a delay.
What's the delay though? 'Cause it's
What's the
still,
delay? Because it's
Not what is it telling me the technical reason why there's a delay? What is the amount of fucking time? That's what I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I didn't. Say,
I don't know. I didn't
Yes.
fucking make it.
what's the delay? Oh, what a delay is. I know.
No. All right, I guess got to share it to my shit.
Joe's gonna share it to his shit. I'll let you know a little something about how dumb he is.
Yeah, please do.
We're sitting
Like
here.
they don't know.
And we're waiting for the video to start shooting. And in the background of on the screen is our page, which has our old video up. So I see a picture of me from the last podcast we did, and I'm like, oh, I'm not wearing that shirt right now. And Joe feels the need to tell me, like, oh no, that video's from last week. Like, like I took a time fucking travel and I didn't know where I was. I know that's from. I knew I didn't have this.
Well, I thought I was like, man, Mike don't even know where he's at.
Or that he's not wearing a shirt, or he's like, yeah. Well, anyway, welcome to All in Our Heads. It's a Sunday, so if you're inside, you're trying to stay cool, and you want to hang out with us, we're here. If you just downloaded us and you're like, it's not Sunday, it's Wednesday for me. Thanks for tuning in, and just so you know, we go live. Do we know what day? No, we don't. But we do let you know that we're going live, and if you're around a computer and you want to watch us record live, please just click live and join us.
Yeah, we typically go live during the week, but we've had busy schedules, so we picked a sunny day on Sunday when no one's around. But
It's hot, though.
it's hot.
kinda
It's
and
hot. So
uncomfortable.
you
Maybe
should
you
be.
don't wanna-
You might be inside watching the
Yeah.
ball game,
Exactly.
Yankees and shit.
Yeah, put the Yankees in the background and put this on.
Yeah. Mute the Yankees.
Yeah. It's a 1-2. Come on, now come back.
Yeah, when you see a homer, just pause, rewind.
There you
That's
go.
what I do. I watch games half the time. I'm just like in my head thinking about what I gotta do for the week. That's like, well, it is high, it is far. All
enough.
right. Love watching baseball.
I love watching the whole game.
Yeah, I do, but sometimes I can zone out. That's what I love
Yeah,
about
yeah.
baseball
That's
is I don't have to think.
I know.
I could just, that's my favorite thing to do is not thinking. Like, especially when I'm tired. Like we've been watching The Handmaid's Tale, and it's great,
I know, I heard.
that show. But
I want to watch it.
yeah, like one night I told my wife, I'm like, I can't pay attention tonight. I need baseball.
Yeah, yeah.
I can't, because
One day I got really angry with you. It's like the Yankee game's on. I'm watching the game, and you post, I'm starting to watch The Handmaid's Tale. I'm like, there's a Yankee game on.
they're playing the Mets.
I know. I didn't care. I got that. I got what you're saying, but I was like, dude, the Yankees are on.
Yeah.
You're posting about The Handmaid's Tale. Come on.
I know, but I'm not watching every Yankee game.
Yeah,
I do
yeah.
got to watch TV, and I'm not watching them play the minor league Mets. I'm not, no.
The Mets are good for AA.
Right. Listen, man. I don't want to watch Home Run Derby.
Yeah.
Yankee Home Run Derby. All right.
A little. Yeah,
Come on.
You want a little competition. I get it.
Yeah.
So listen, this real quick before we get into it. I'm at my at Scotty's this weekend, and Friday I have dumb friends, my friend Joe and my friend Frank, and I talk about you and Cody.
Yeah.
And at the end of the night, I'm over there selling my CDs, and this couple comes up and they're like, "We know who you were talking about. We follow him on Instagram."
Oh, yeah.
He's like, "See, Cody's got little short legs. We follow him."
Do you know who they were?
People.
These people? What they look like?
Like one woman, she looked like a woman, and then her husband looked like.
I'm
probably-
just saying, I have such few fans. I know exactly their look and who they could be.
Well, they are from Scotty. They weren't Scotty's, and they
Yeah.
knew you.
Yeah.
I don't quite
fine.
remember what they look like.
No.
Short and tall. She
People-
was short, and he was a taller man. I don't really remember, but they came up, grabbed my card, and like, we follow Joe and his corgi. You know?
Yeah. I get people to my Facebook with comedy. I keep them with Cody.
Yeah. Yeah, it's bait and switch.
Bait and
It's like,
switch.
I'm funny.
Well,
He's funny. And
I
like,
say
I got to talk.
I say that on stage now. Like at the end when I'm headlining, I'll be like, "Yeah, I was like, yeah, if you want to follow me on Facebook or Instagram, I was like, even if you don't like me, I have a cute corgi I post mostly about.
Right.
So if you're a fan of comedy or dogs,
Yeah.
Follow me.
Yeah, they knew Cody though. They were like
Yeah.
little short legs. I'm like, yeah, it's Cody.
Yeah. Even when I show up at Uncle Vinny's now, it's one lady who's like, "Where's Cody?" I'm
Yeah.
like, I never bring him with me. What are you talking about?
That's how I used to feel about my daughter when I would do daughter jokes. Oh my god, I saw a picture of you and your daughter. You guys are hilarious. Like, all right, cool, but I have other jokes. I did an hour today. I talked for her about 15 minutes.
Do you ever hate when you're like you do an hour or whatever, and someone says they love the joke that you don't love the most?
Yeah,
in your
the
set.
one
You're
that's
like
in
that's
the
the
middle
one
of the
that's
filler?
the one you're thinking about getting out of there. You're
Right,
like,
right.
I hate that I have to tell this joke.
Right, right.
I don't know why I keeps telling this joke. They're like, dude, that one you said
Yes.
had me dying. It's like,
Yeah.
give me that card back. You can't follow me on social media.
And I don't mind. Like, it bothers me. It does. I'm going to be honest. Not so much lately because I don't. A lot of my act is not about my kids. Most of it isn't.
Well, I mean,
There's about,
because
I mean, because they're out of
your
my
life's
life.
different
Yeah, yeah.
now.
So like, it's maybe if I did like last night I did 55 minutes. If 8 to 10 minutes was about them,
Yeah.
that's a lot. You know what I'm saying? And the rest is just about me and about other stuff. And so it doesn't happen as often. But back in the day when I would do like 25 to 30 minutes was about them, and the other 30 was other stuff I liked.
Yeah.
He would be like, "Oh, I love that stuff. Your whole act's funny, but that stuff about your kids." And I'd be like, "I'm glad you enjoy the night, but I just don't want that to be what's funny." You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And now today when I do the act, that people go, "I love the stuff about your kids, man. It's just relatable." It's like, yeah, it was 8 minutes. How about I punch you in your fucking face?
Yeah, I remember when a lot of jokes I did about Justin when he was younger that I wrote when he was younger.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I just kept doing them the same way for years. Then it gets to a point where you're like, I got to start doing math because this is going to sound retarded.
Right,
so I remember one time, I forget what club I was at, because I'm telling stories as if Justin's still little.
Right.
And then later on, I'm saying, man, me and my wife have been together for like 12 years. And like, how old are these kids? I remember hearing a lady say that, like, how old are these kids? Like, yeah, that's right. I got to start telling you as if it was in the past. I got to.
Right. You got to learn how to tell a story like when he was.
Because, you're like, I got to tell the story like I'm telling someone today.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely.
So it was like, either I have like severely handicapped children,
very slow to developing.
very slow developing children.
24 years and the kid's still 7.
Yeah, he's 20. He's like, this is my Joe. It's funny. I grabbed like a blazer I haven't worn in forever.
Right.
For the scene I'm doing in class, and I went into the pockets and it was an old set list.
Nice.
Of
Do you do any of the jokes?
Some of them, but like a lot of them I don't. I'm like, like that Justin joke. This is my Joe. Like I can't even.
I find set lists and I look at it and I go, I don't even know what these words mean. Like, what are the jokes that these fucking things are? And people come up to me. Some guy came up to me on Friday. Actually, I don't think it was your corgi, but right after your corgi, people came up. Some guy was like, I saw you. We were looking for the Goomba joke. And I'm like, the what? He's like, the Goomba joke, man, the license plate joke. I'm like,
Goomba 1.
Yeah, Goomba, yeah. I was like, oh, yeah, I don't do that. And he's like, yeah, that's a great joke. I'm like, wow, man, I don't even remember how to really do it. Someone said, can you do Prolly joke? And I'm like, I don't know how to do it, man. I don't know how to do it.
Yeah.
I don't. And I'm happy about that.
No, yeah, it's amazing how jokes move in and out of your set.
Especially when you think about great jokes that you've done. Like Prolly, Goomba, Prolly, Charger. There's other jokes like my son's flip-flop joke. There's jokes that I used to do. Then my daughter's jokes about, same. I don't even know how to do the one that was on television. I cannot do it correctly. Yeah. I don't remember how to do it. I don't know how to do it. I just don't know how to do it. And they were really good jokes, but I'm like, I'm glad I don't know how to do it.
I think you grow out of jokes.
You should.
Yeah.
I'm 20. My daughter's 21. She's not 15.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
She's not a 14, 15-year-old girl who's annoying. She's still got her annoying
Eventually,
ways.
it's going to be wireless chargers, and you'll be like, hey, where's my charger? What do you mean?
Yeah. It's in your phone.
Just
hit charge on your phone.
Gotta update some. Do you ever see like an old comic though that updates an old hacky joke just to go with the times to save it? It's like, nah, man, you just gotta ditch it.
I did it, and I want to mention the guy's name. He probably doesn't listen to podcasts when you hear what I'm talking about. His closing joke to bring me up was this was a closing joke that he was on a date with a girl and he told his friend, "Do me a favor. It's a first date. Do me a favor. Beep me. Beep me.
Beep.
Beep me."
Oh, wow.
In about an hour, and if I'm not having a good time, I'll just say it's an emergency. I gotta go. And the fucked up thing is, I'm on the date with her, and she gets a beep, and she has to leave. A beep, okay?
Can't even change the text.
A phone call. Call my cell phone. A beep. A fucking beep.
You're still talking about beepers?
A beeper. I'm behind the curtain saying, if he's recording, you're hearing me in the background going, "Fucking beeper, you fucking kidding me?" Like, that's what I'm saying behind this. He was supposed to do 20 up front. He's
Yeah.
into like his 27th minute with beeper. I gotta wait. I'm already 7 minutes back here behind this fucking curtain because I don't know when you're gonna bring me up to hear beeper. You're fucking nuts. And you've been doing comedy for 35 fucking years.
Beep.
Wrap it up. Fuck it. You're done. And I'm gonna have to come to the same conclusion. If when I'm 35 years old, if I'm still talking about the shit I was talking about when I first started, somebody's gonna come to me and go, "Mike, you gotta wrap it up." And I hope my people do that.
Well, yeah. Well, I think real friends do that.
I hope
real comedy friends
come
be
to
like,
me and
"Dude,
say,
you gotta, you know,
I just
what are you
hope you
doing?"
come to me, like if I'm like sitting, on stage at some fucking road room after doing this 30, 35 years, and you hear me doing, abs joke or something like, from back in the day. I just want you to be like, "Mike, come here, man. You're going to have to, wrap it up, or do you need a pen? Did you run out of ink? What happened?" You know what I mean? You know how to write a joke, man? Fucking wrap that. I'm sorry. Sorry. How do you not have, and I say this, and I don't want to be that judgy because I'm not there yet. I've only been doing it, 16, 17 years.
Yeah.
I haven't been doing it 30 years.
Right.
Where you're doing the same rooms and like it doesn't matter. It's like,
Yeah,
it doesn't matter anymore. The more creative I am, the funnier I am, the more, whatever you want to say, it doesn't matter because it's going nowhere.
But that's what they tell themselves what's wrong. The reason it's going nowhere is because you're not changing.
And that's probably true.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
Because it's like, all right, we know what this guy brings. He brings
Right.
nothing different, nothing new.
Right.
You don't draw.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's like, I have
Right.
a million of you.
And I was talking to the feature on the show this weekend. We were just talking after the show about how if you don't do the next thing, if you don't mix it up a little bit, these guys who are up top fall to the bottom. And I'm like, it is true, but there's some guys like a Brian Regan still sells out theaters.
Right.
And he's just a comic.
Yeah.
And we were talking about Sebastian. He's like, "Yeah, but I think that train will end." I'm like, dude, Sebastian is next level. And if he continues to bring new hours, he will stay next level.
Yeah, you just got to keep working hard.
He's got to just keep
It's harder when you make it.
Correct.
Like, people want to make it. It's like, you have to put out more when you make it.
Yeah. No.
You have to work twice as hard.
Yeah.
Listen, man, you're in obscurity. You can develop your first hour awesome because ain't nobody seeing it.
Right.
You know what I mean? There's no stakes.
It's like working out, getting really good looking, put some nice clothes on to find a girl, and you find her. You want to keep her? You better stay in the gym. You better get nicer. You can't just get them to the dinner and then stop fucking being awesome.
Or even not even just gym. Just be a better person, achieving more things. Don't be a schlub.
Right.
You know what I mean? Nobody wants to be with an inactive schlub.
Right.
Or just like the guy we know who headlines since we're kids who puts out new CDs, but it's the same jokes.
Yeah.
New names. You're like,
right.
That's why your crowd's dwindling.
Yeah.
They come, they see the same act, they buy the same act. You sold them the same act
like
multiple times.
Yeah.
They pop that in their CD player.
Right, and they hear that.
And they just heard it on stage. They heard it on the last. How do you live with yourself?
I don't even know.
Screwing people over for money.
I feel uncomfortable when I close with Assworm. If I ever do Assworm at a show, and then I sell my CDs, I'm like, I get uncomfortable and self-conscious. And I'm like, the only joke that's on here, man, is the Assworm. That's the closer. So like, you just heard Assworm. It's on there. It's just something you want to. I mean, you can buy it still for $10, but that's on there. Yeah, like I feel insecure.
But that's cool. A joke or two?
No, but I still feel insecure.
You still feel insecure
because I'm fucking conscious. I'm fucking aware of like what's happening. I'm not selling you the same horse shit I barely sold on stage 5 minutes ago.
Yeah, you can't. You can't.
No. I don't know, man. Get a pen.
Get a pen.
But we had a really good weekend. I just want to tell you what happened. A couple of years ago, Ritu did a show down in her town, Berkeley Heights.
Yeah.
In a bakery.
I remember seeing pictures of that. Yeah.
You
and
and
Ken, right?
behind the bakery counter in our green room.
That's when you know you made it, baby. When you're performing in bakeries.
Yeah. So we're at the bakery, and it was a really good show. They packed it out, and it was really nice.
My favorite thing of bakery shows, I don't know if this happened to you.
I don't even know.
Is when
I
the
can't say
cappuccino
multiple
when the
S's on it.
cappuccino machine goes off during one of your good setups. So I was walking down it.
Here's the thing: the difference between me and you, maybe one of the differences. You have multiple bakery shows that you
Nah, I know.
You're like, here's the thing about bakery shows, as if there's a whole circuit.
No, I was doing it for comedic effect. Mike acts like he doesn't perform in Italian restaurants
That's
either.
not what you said.
No, I'm just kidding.
Italian restaurants, I would be on board.
Right.
Bakeries.
Yeah.
I gotta go.
I
get
just
one bakery.
that should be a note to any place that does comedy. You
No
need
cappuccino.
no cappuccinos or blenders
Yeah.
once the MC goes up.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Those
All
those
blended
drinks
noise drinks.
are no longer available.
Yeah, or sizzling fajitas. I had that one time. 30 sizzling fajitas coming in during your jokes.
Doesn't.
Turns all heads like, what is that burning sizzleness of greatness?
So she did this show 2 years ago in her town and like had flyers up, and a girl from my high school in my neighborhood growing up lived in her town.
Yeah.
She got her husband and some friends to come out that show 2 years ago, and we were already probably Facebook acquaintances again, but no like interaction.
Yeah.
We didn't even have much interaction when I was in high school. Like it was just like, hey, what's up? I will describe myself like Bill Burr described himself, and I was not a nerd because I wasn't smart.
Yeah.
I didn't go to class. I cut class. I hung with the cool kids, but I was 3 notches down below them. I just hung with them.
Right.
And I made everyone liked me. I was a very neutral guy. Everyone liked me because I was funny. Everyone liked me. But I had no girls because I had no game, and I was very insecure and very shy. Could have got laid if I had a little bit of fucking balls.
Oh, those girls that tell you like 2 years after high school, I was really into you. It's
Every
like,
girl.
Oh, thanks.
Every girl that I meet from high school that remembers me, be like, "Oh, you were so cute, man. You were like I was cute. I didn't think I was like I was just a fucking mess." Anyway, so I never talked to girls, but I know everybody. I'm like, "Oh yeah, I knew people." So me and the girl Kelly, who lives in her neighborhood near the bakery, we knew each other. We were in class together, but we didn't have a lot of interaction. She came to the show 2 years ago, and then when she saw us at Scotty's, another girlfriend from the neighborhood lives in that area, saw my poster, called Kelly. Kelly's like, email me, hey, we're getting a group together of Jersey City girls. So at the show, it was like these sisters, they're all beautiful girls, sisters. They went to like a Catholic school, and I would see them when I would go to their dances, high school dances. I would see these girls. They were always the hot chicks in that school. And then she was bringing a girl who was like a friend of mine and my crew's sister, who was hot but tough. Like you ain't making a move on her, are you? Like no one is. She's like she fucking like would kick your ass. You know what I mean? But she was hot.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? She was just like fucking Jersey City tough girl. So they were bringing her. And she was like, do you know her? And I'm like, of course. I hung out with her brother. She's like, yeah, she figured you hung out with her brother. Everyone hung out with her brother. So, but I've seen her a million times. So she comes, and they're in the show, and I'm uncomfortable because she was fucking hot. Then she's hot now.
She's hot now.
Yeah. So I'm like, it's fucking Bernice.
The one that can kick ass.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm like, there she is. And I'm like, I'm like uncomfortable. I'm nervous when there's a bunch of people that know you.
Yeah.
Or like in your life. Like I'm uncomfortable.
Right.
And remember the kid Brian that went to Buffalo Wild Wings?
Oh yeah.
He used to be in a band. His bassist wife was there, so she's part of like the whole crew. Like so, it was people who know me,
Right.
And I was just like a little uncomfortable. So already, nervous. So I went up and told a story about when I was 18 years old. My sister had her second kid. Me and my mom were in the hospital at Christ Hospital to go see her. We were coming down the elevator, just me and my mom in the elevator. I, for some reason, told my mother, go fuck yourself or something. I was mad at her about something. I was like, fuck you.
Mama's boy.
Huh?
Mama's boy.
Yeah. I was like, fuck you. And my mom remember back in the day, it was like you had a big plexiglass pass, It wasn't like
Oh
remember
yeah,
those
yeah,
big,
yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And I used to have really bushy long hair, and my mom took the pass, beat the fuck out of me, yanked my hair all over the place in the elevator, chugged my shirt, my collar's all beat up, my face is beat red from her smacking me for calling her, for saying fuck you. I got, sap on my head from the pass hitting me in the head. You know what I'm saying? It's like sap, and the elevator stops like on the second floor.
Sap.
And the ding opens up, and it's fucking Bernice. Hot.
That's
Bernice.
such a good name too.
She walks into the fucking
Bernice.
elevator. I'm like, hey, hi. And that story.
Sup, Sap?
Yeah, hey, Sap. That story, that moment was something that's 30 years ago for me. But it's a story that always is part of my childhood. It's a part of my
Just
thing.
vivid, man.
Very vivid. And she doesn't know because, again, the interactions were highs.
Imagine she said that at this club.
Like, oh, yeah.
Hey,
It's a sap.
Sap in there. Sap in there, Mikey.
Sap in, Mikey.
Sap in. There's a 2S sap head over there.
But I told that story on stage.
Uh-huh.
Got a good laugh, and she was like, "What?" And I was like, "Yeah, that was," but it helped me get comfortable.
So you led with that.
I was on stage for about 5 minutes, and then
Yeah,
went
yeah.
into it. I was like, "I got a bunch of people from Jersey City, and just want to say this story," and I just said it, and it made me more comfortable, not trying to act like 8 people in this room know me.
Yeah.
Yeah, you try to act like no one knows me.
Right.
But
Yeah,
like,
you have to let it know.
Yeah, I gotta let this 8 people know me.
I got that coming up Wednesday. Some acting students are coming to see my show Wednesday. I'm like,
Oh,
great.
really?
Hope you're not the only ones.
Where at?
Uncle Vinny's.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll have to address it.
Yeah, you have to.
Yeah.
But it was a good. There's a few girls. I asked. John Kim came by last night to hang out, and I asked him, "Is there anybody like? Can you look through your life? And there's always attractive girls like, oh, she was pretty. That girl was pretty. That girl,
Yeah.
she was cute. I had a little thing for her. Who didn't have a thing for her? But there's probably 3 or 4 that stand out.
Yeah.
That you wish you would have said something.
Oh, totally.
I wish I would have just talked to that girl, man. Fuck. And how many? Do you have any like that? You're like Not now, of course. Because you're married. I'm not talking about like regret like that. I'm just talking about.
Oh, no, there was definitely
like
girls I had crushes on as a kid that I just never had the balls. I was friends with them. I'd be hanging at their house, and it's like,
yeah,
but I had no game.
right.
Unless they told me, unless they gave
Unless
the
it was-
green light, they're like,
Absolutely.
hey, I've been thinking about you. I'm like, I'm so glad you said that.
Yeah, right. That's the only way I got hooked up ever is that the girl let me know beforehand,
Right.
or someone's like, "Dude, loves you." What? Now I'm in. But if no one knew, if no one's telling me,
Yeah.
I'm done.
I was the king of that, not taking signals. Like, there was
They're not signals. Then
this girl, because this girl, Tammy Zerch, she's passed away now, but she was a good friend of mine for, most of our
Right.
childhood and early adulthood. But I remember one time we had a party at our friend Erica's house. I just knew Tammy, like, always hanging out at pool parties.
right.
And I always thought she was cute, and we were whatever. She always had
Yeah,
a
yeah.
boyfriend. I just never went there because we were friends. And then one day she just kissed me. She was like, I've been waiting. How come you never kissed me? I was like, I didn't know. What? And then, it was just like a one-time thing.
Yeah.
And because we were just too close friends for it to be a thing.
Right.
But it was like a one-time thing where we made out.
Yeah.
And then it was like, man, I'm bad at reading signals. And then
Yeah.
you think you're good at reading.
And
You're
then
like,
you're
all right,
bad.
listen. Now, like, you're starting to look
Oh,
at it,
that's
you're
what
like,
you're doing.
oh, that's what
Oh,
she.
that's
And
what
then
they're
she was
doing.
telling me, man, remember that time we was hanging there and I
Yeah,
was,
yeah.
and you didn't. I'm like, all right, so now I'm Mr.
Now,
Joe
anytime
reads
that
signals.
happens, yeah.
And now I'm thinking, I'm like, oh, she's one. And then I go and they're
Misreading
like,
every
what are
one
you
of them?
doing? I'm like, I don't know, man. Obviously, poorly in life. That's what I'm doing. No, there's no worse feeling than that.
No.
Than like going for it and then they deny you. I always feel like they should have been like, I'll kiss him, and then I'll break it to him later.
Yeah.
Like, don't.
Yeah.
If he,
No, I hear you.
you know what I mean? It's
I
just
haven't.
that
I don't know
awkward.
if I had.
Because it was always like those weird situations. Like, do you ever have? I guess these girls that just play with guys' minds when you're younger. Like, oh, you want to come to my house watch a movie? You're like, okay. So you're sitting there watching a movie. then they're snuggling with you like under
yeah.
like with a blanket by the thing, and you're like, she's like, this broad's into me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
She's
yeah,
almost like head on your shoulder, so you
Right.
go in for kiss. She's like, what are you doing? It's like, why are we hanging like this
Right,
then? She's
right.
like, well, I just thought we were close. I'm like,
Yeah.
why? Why are you doing this to me? Why?
I've had those situations, but for some reason maybe my insecurity has crept in and been like, she doesn't like you. And like, it was a right read on that one. You know what I mean? Like, she doesn't like you.
Yeah.
You got that one right. But it crept in when they did like me.
Yeah.
I had a girl, I think I told this story. She followed me. My mom used to go to bingo all the time. And this girl followed us to, like, she would just be at the bingos. She got recently divorced. So it was way of her killing time with her mom. So we were at all these different bingos. And then one night she came to the school to where me and my mother worked bingo on Thursday nights, and she came. She's never been there. She just came because we told her we're there.
Yeah, yeah.
And she sat there. Bingo's over. I'm sweeping up the church. Everybody's going, cleaning up the boards, and she's just sitting there. And I'm like, so hey. It's like, hi, how you doing? I'm like, good. And she's clearly here for me. And it took me 15 minutes of like, so you like this bingo? It's good, yeah.
You like this bingo? It's good.
Yeah.
I mean, like all the other bingos you've been at, you just go bingo. How's your dabber?
Yeah.
You got other color
You got any
dabbers?
markers? I got markers.
I got like 4 colors. I know. I know. You know that.
I was like, you have a boyfriend? She's like, I'm like, you have a husband? This is why I swear to God, this is how I asked her out. You have a husband?
You have a husband. Good opening line.
She's like, no. And I'm like, boyfriend? She's like, no. I was like, girlfriend? She's like, no. I'm like, She just came to hang out. She's like, yeah, to say hi to you. I'm like, oh. Want to take my phone number? Maybe we can hang out? She's like, yeah. Like, no one's left in this bingo hall. It's just me watching you sweep. What else do you think I'm doing here? It just took so much effort. I just never believed it. I never bought it that they were into me. Just never bought it. And if I had even a little delusion, like you see some comics who think they're really good, like if I could have just went with, everybody likes me, I would have had girlfriends that I really was attracted to.
Yeah, the confidence.
Yeah, I just didn't have it. I didn't have it.
They don't
I'm not
teach
saying-
that, and they should teach that in school. They teach you
Sex ed,
how
don't-
not to get pregnant, but it's like you want to be like, yo, teach. I can't even get to that point. So put it this way, I ain't getting nobody pregnant. Ain't nobody talking to me.
Yeah.
You teach me how to talk to somebody,
Exactly.
and then we'll deal with that at level 2.
Yeah, we'll cross that bridge if I get to it.
Yeah, you think this is happening to me?
What do you think?
You
I'm
think-
beating girls
you-
off with boxes of rubbers? What do you think's happening?
You think this is a problem in my life right now? I can't even get the number.
Yeah.
You have any charts for that?
Yeah.
Got any microfiches on how to talk to a girl? You have any microfiches on reading body language?
Exactly.
You tell me not to do this. Be like, what? Who do you think you're dealing with?
Right.
My shoe's untied.
Shoes untied.
But, like, they don't teach courting.
No.
Or, like,
Or just game.
game. They should have broads 101 game. You know,
Something.
kicking game with broads
Kicking-
101.
yeah,
And
kicking
just
it
a
with a broad.
bunch of dudes. Invite
How do
some
I-
like Spanish guy in.
How do I talk to a like? Not now. I know, but then, now I have no care in the world. I'll talk to anybody. I've been like, once I turned like 31 years old, I did some work, figured out some shit that was messed up in my brain, and I just became a guy. Not with game. It's not about games. It's not about like I think I'm somebody. I am just comfortable who I am. So I'm going to say, hey, what's up? What's going on? How you doing? And whatever happens, happens.
Right, because as you're old, when you're younger, there's so many possibilities. You don't know where you're going. As you're older, it's almost like, listen, I got no time.
Right.
Are you in, like, I'm not, like, what are we done?
Yeah. I like you. I thought you were cute.
That's like when I
What's up?
met Kerry. It's like, I just like, can I get your number? We'll go
Yeah.
out sometime. And then we did, and we never stopped hanging out.
Right.
It just was,
Right.
you know, but I think we're
still
both,
have-
we're older. We're like, I'm tired.
But I still can. I mean, I'm not in great shape. Financially, not awesome. So I put those in my brain, and I'm like, I can't be asking good broads out with a guy.
I don't think older. I think when you're younger, shape is a thing.
Yeah.
I think as you get older, I don't think it's
I
a
get
thing.
it. I put those in
Unless
the way.
you have a shit personality and
Yeah.
no body.
No, and your body. No.
Yeah.
I can overcompensate
Yeah.
what I'm dealt with physically with my personality.
Yeah, personality. You're on Men's Fitness magazine. You're in a Donuts.
Absolutely. Six-pack.
Six-pack ab
Yeah.
personality.
Absolutely.
That's what we have. You know what? We don't need that beach
have
bro. We have
six-pack
six-pack ab
ab
personality. That's right. Yeah. That guy you like with the chiseled, he's boring.
Boring.
He's got nothing.
He's a dud.
Because his whole focus is him.
Right.
So he can't have any interest in you.
Exactly.
He loves himself more. You don't need that self-centered.
You don't need that.
You need a chubby guy. You need a donut guy. That's what you need. A guy who will buy 2 donuts. Give one to you.
Maybe.
Yeah, maybe. But most likely.
Most likely. He'll try to.
Yeah, as long as there's 2.
Yeah.
He may split one with you, but he'll definitely give you the extra one. Splitting,
Yeah.
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 Let's put a ring on it first there, baby. Have half your donut? Easy. You don't even have a key to my apartment yet, okay? Settle down.
Step by step.
I mean, I know we're in the new millennium, but you're moving a little fast.
Yeah, tap the brakes.
Yeah,
man.
tap the. Take my app. Buy yourself one. Just get off mine. But I don't want a whole one.
I'll take your half then.
I don't know how we're gonna make this work.
I'll eat my whole, and I'll take your half.
Yeah, there we go. I'll get 1.5.
Yeah. I can
Oh,
do
you're
that
not
for
going to
you.
share with me? What are you, self-centered? Oh, you can't call me self-centered. You won't even share the one I buy for you. Who's more self-centered than that?
Maybe that's why we're single too, because we think like this.
Yeah.
No, but I mean, growing up, there was a few girls. I mean, Bernice and all that. There was a couple of girls that were just like above. They were like, damn, they were just hot. They were hot girls, and like
Yeah.
they were, and like you, and being like, I know John, like it's like his sister, so she's probably out of the, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Back then, I don't even know what I was thinking back then, but all I know is that I never was ballsy enough to fucking flirt with any of these girls. You know what I mean?
No, no.
But there was a couple of girls who will stick out throughout the years. I've met a million girls that I didn't say something to,
Yeah.
but a few will always be like, man, I wish I would have said something to that girl, man. So there was that girl, Kelly, who was in a friend, like that lived in Town. She hung out with a girl. Her best friend was this girl, Kim.
Uh-huh.
And Kim, everyone had a crush on Kim. She is tan, blue eyes, blonde hair. She was like a beach, but like a city beach girl. She was just fucking hot. She was gorgeous, man. Everyone around her was like in awe with her, and I was extra in awe. Anytime she came around the dance floor, I would just stiffen up, like, oh, there she is, right next to me. You know what I'm saying?
Wait, this is the one that lived in Ritu's town?
No, her friend.
Her friend.
Yeah, the girl who lives in Route 2 Town's friend. They were best friends.
Okay.
And so when I did that show, I told her about it. It's like everyone had a crush on her. So then, but because we were on Instagram together, this girl, Kim, started following me on Instagram.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're talking 30 fucking years later, man. As soon as she started following me, I got my daughter. I was like, Kim's following me like a little kid again. Like I was a little kid, like, because it takes me right back to those times that I was so nervous around her.
Yeah.
Like when we were at the dance and she came near me, all my friends knew how I felt about her. And she didn't. No one else. And I never let a girl know because it would get out.
Right.
The boys knew. And every time she would come near me, they would be like, oh, look, my face would get red. And I'd be like, oh, she's here. Oh, like get so uncomfortable. And the most we ever exchanged was hi. That's the most I've ever said to her, right?
You probably didn't even get the words out. You're like,
It was air. A lot of
yeah.
yeah.
I've said that to a few girls before.
Right.
Hey, thirsty? I am. Whoo! Wasn't ready for that line of questioning. She didn't ask you nothing. She just said hi. Yeah. Oh, I thought she asked how I was doing. Whew. See, I have no game.
Yeah, none. So
Go to the punch bowl.
So I remember. So I posted a video about a year and a half ago with my, my freestyle music. And I was posting a video. I was like, oh, I used to love this song.
Freestyle music.
I used to love this song, man. I would dance all night to this song, right? So I'm like, I used to dance all night, and the girls would come near me, and I would get so nervous. I would never talk to any of the girls. And I posted that video, and she commented, I remember those dances. And I was like, yeah, you were who I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying? Like on the Instagram. And I'm like, you're who I'm talking about. And I told my daughter, I'm like, this is the most we've ever spoken in 30 years. But yet I'm more excited about that comment than any other comment I've ever gotten in my entire life. Because it just brings me back to being 16 and 17 and being nervous around her. Just instantly back there. And I'm a confident person. I don't give a fuck about nobody. But so Bernice last night comes up and I was like, hey, what's happening? Hi, Bernice.
You were back right there.
Right back, man.
Is Bernice married?
I think she's going to a divorce. She said she was going to a divorce.
Oh, shit, Mikey.
No, let's not get crazy.
Freestyle. I'm trying to find some freestyle music.
Leave my freestyle alone, man. There's no reason to
freestyle music.
That was just a story, man. There's no
I was going to put a bed to your story. I didn't know if you were... Continue. Old school freestyle mega mix.
Yeah. You'll see. I have this on my playlist, this exact thing. Boom.
Oh, fuck.
You're a fucking idiot.
I am an idiot. Mike Gaffney on the dance floor. Yo, Bernice, baby.
Yeah. No, Bernice didn't go to dance.
In my dream, I love.
She was too tough to dance. I think it's just instrumental, and it's going to go to like TKA next. It's all of them. It's a mix of all of it. Anyway, this is the soundtrack of my fucking teenage years.
Soundtrack of Mike's youth. I can picture you doing the Walking Man with your...
No Walking Man. Nobody did the Walking Man.
Nobody does the Walking Man?
No.
That was back then.
No, it was the 90s. Walking Man's 92, 93, 94.
Yo, Bernice.
No.
Meet me over at the...
She was never at the dance, man. Bernice was too cool for that shit. She wasn't dancing to this shit. I mean, she might have been, because it was like in a different... Like, we would hang out at... all of us, like everybody would hang out. There was like a few places in Jersey City. And then people would pull up their cars and somebody would be jamming that shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
My playlist was classic rock, and then a lot of hip-hop and rap came out. Started playing in like 82, 83, 80, 45.
Yeah.
And then this stuff, like 85, 86, 87, 88, 89.
Yeah.
Was this kind of music.
The freestyle music. That used to be bumping all over town.
Yeah.
In all the Guidos and their Mustang 5.0s.
Yeah, that's the only downside to that music was those guys.
The Guidos.
Those Oaks.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah, and their GTOs and their freaking, like, check us out. Like, I don't want to check you out. You're a fucking idiot. You know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't dress like that. I didn't wear those clothes. I didn't act like that. I just liked the music.
Yeah.
I like to dance. I mean, I like hip-hop. I loved rap. I liked all kinds of rap from the 80s. All like rap deep cut. Me and Tommy Kozak, who was my best friend at the time, we used to take our radios out, my radio out, and on Friday night and Saturday night was DJ Red Alert on 97, Hot 98.7.
Yeah.
So DJ Red Alert would come on. We put on DJ Red Alert, and it would be just on Hot 98.7 and 107.5 had another DJ who played rap. But then after 11 o'clock, it went to slow music, slow jams. So we would either stay there for a little bit and then come back to the hip hop, to all the rap, and then we liked all rap. We were the only white guys in my neighborhood to listen to rap. No one else did. And back in the day, remember how like you would add everybody would their like all the rap guys' names was like Ski.
Yeah.
Boop-bop Ski and Boop-bop Ski. Like, so the people in the neighborhood just called me and Tommy Ski because we were the only white dudes that hung in the park with hip hop.
Yeah, there was only like there was this kid Josh, who's my friend Roger's cousin. He was like the one white kid who was very hip hop and always had the rap music.
Yeah.
But we were all like heavy metal.
Yeah.
Until the metal started mixing with the rock, then the rock and the rap started mixing with Anthrax and stuff.
Yeah.
But I was still very metal, unless like any girl I dated was into that freestyle shit. It was like that one song, "I've been loving you all my." Oh, that used to be like, she like popped that tape into my car. I'm like, oh Jesus, Slayer, please.
So like, I didn't like any. I wasn't a metal guy at all, and still not.
Yeah.
I mean, I got into Metallica in 88.
Yeah.
But I didn't like metal. I remember when.
Yes, I'm a ginker, Lisa Goebel. That was a term for that's like a term for, like in Middlesex County. It's like even in like the dictionary saying
like
it.
A female goom.
No, it's like a metalhead.
Oh, okay.
But they call them ginkers where we came from. Like,
okay.
Like you'd see like them walking down the street with their metal, like their Motley Crue jacket on, and be like, "Yo, there's a bunch of ginkers."
Oh, really?
Yeah, but it was like this known term in the area, in the Middlesex County area. But like outside, people are like, "What the fuck's a ginker?"
Yeah, I never heard of
and if you go on the internet and put in ginker, it's like term for like metalhead burnout origin, Middlesex County, New Jersey.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's like a term very specific.
Very specific. I never heard
to that. But it's like that's just weird about like a term like ginker is just in the area, never got out.
Right.
Because I know this kid I went to high school with tried making a documentary on the word ginker, but
Oh, really?
I mean, if it's only in one area,
Yeah.
no one's going to relate to this movie. You know what I
Right,
mean?
right.
Or like how people have different terms for things.
Right, right.
Like the first, I think only in the last 8 to 10 years that I hear people call Mischief Night Goosey Night.
Yeah, it was Mischief Night always.
Right, but it's people like
Goose
Goose.
Night, and then the other one is another night. It's called too. It's Goose Night, Mischief Night, and then there's one other term that I hear being used, but we call it Mischief Night.
Yeah, Mischief Night. It's Goosey.
Yeah, that's some fucking rich neighborhoods, white neighborhoods came up with Goose. There's no way. Mischief Night is for that's what you do. You mischief.
Yeah.
No, but there's another term. Maybe somebody can say it. There was another term for Mischief Night. But anyway, I didn't listen to metal. We listened to classic rock.
Yeah.
You know, my
I listen to classic rock
classic
metal.
rock, and then like Bon Jovi was like big of that kind of music start to play out in everybody's radios, that type of shit music.
Yeah.
Which was fine. And then like some of the hair bands start to play, but heavy metal, like Metallica,
Yeah.
Anthrax. So I remember when Guns N' Roses first came out, and they played like they had an album, like there were nobodies. They just somebody found. So I was hanging out with metalheads, and they were like, "You gotta listen to this," and they put in Guns N' Roses.
Welcome to the jungle.
Yeah, and you gotta listen to this. I'm like, I don't like it. I didn't like it. I
Yeah.
didn't like it. And then they were listening to Anthrax and what's his name, Public Enemy, because they did an album together.
Yeah.
They're like, yo, we listen to your stuff. I'm like, that's not my stuff.
Right.
Just because Anthrax is singing with Public Enemy doesn't make it my stuff.
Yeah, I guess so. Where you grew up, and like, see, like I was playing guitar. My dad was teaching me guitar, like classic rock stuff, and then, metal. It just fit the
Yeah.
crew I was in. You know what I mean? It was like,
split up. I mean, like,
Yeah.
where I hung out on the wall was all like classic rock dudes, denim jackets, but like, like long fucking feather hair. You know what I mean? Like that was the guys I hung out with. And then like metal guys would do a little more, a little leather, like they a little heavier, and they listened to different shit and they would listen to hardcore stuff. And you didn't hang with us in our area.
yeah. Then you have like those goth people. You're like, I can't even hang out with
I
them.
don't know,
Like,
they
I don't
were,
even.
like, a little
It
past
scared me. I'm
me
like,
hanging out.
dude's gonna bite my neck and suck blood or something.
yeah.
I don't know. Fucking vampire kids.
Yeah.
There was one in high school. I think his name was Scott something. He was like big.
Good guys got something.
Big, goth, like always wore like black makeup, like cape, big leather boots with belt buckles.
See, I can't.
But on Halloween, he'd come in a varsity jacket, and like
Oh,
a button-up
nice.
shirt.
That's
He'd
cool.
still have eyeliner,
Right.
just to make it, but he would dress like a normal kid.
That was the way. That's funny.
It was
man.
awesome, man.
that's
I
funny.
thought that was hilarious.
I like that about
Very
him.
creative. He's
I like that about him.
all year. He looks like Darkwing Duck.
Yeah, but I gotta go with when you're wearing boots and a cape and you're not in anything. Like you're not a part of a television show, a band. You're not anything. That's how you dress to hang out. Yeah, I gotta call you a retard, right? I mean, what are you doing? What the fuck are we doing? Nobody dresses in a cape and boots. Just hang out.
Yeah, I know. There was a few. There was a few
I
of
don't know.
those.
And-
Yeah,
but-
now like even when I was in a band, I remember there was one time because like you're in a band, and like I used to just wear like jeans, sneakers. Sometimes I'd have like a bandana on my head or
Right.
like whatever. You trying to find your style when you're younger,
yeah,
but
yeah.
I'd wear like a shirt. But like even some people I would play music with would start wearing like the black leather boots or like
Yeah.
some sort of. And then like one time I was like, oh, maybe I should start looking a little bit more rock and roll. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And one time I borrowed a friend of mine's boots like that. And
High boots?
It was like these low boots, but
Like
they were
combat-y?
pointy, and but
Yeah.
they were
Oh.
like almost cowboy boots, but more like heavy metal, like
yeah.
looking. Not,
Yeah, yeah.
And I just like I felt so insecure. I'm like, this ain't me.
Right.
This ain't me, man.
Right.
Like I can't rock that. I felt
yeah.
foolish.
Yeah. No, I bet.
You know what I mean? I felt.
Dude, I remember at Halloween when the hair bands were started to get big. I saw this girl I was dating. This is like 86, 87. She decided that I should be like a hairband guy because I had like bushy hair, like longer hair. And she's like, we'll make you like a hairband person, like a hair. So I teased my hair, and I kind of looked like the dudes from Poison.
Yeah.
My hair out so big. I had like a bandana wrapped around my.
I'll pay $50 for that picture right now.
This is 86.
No, I know, but
That's not happen. So, and I had a bandana wrapped around my thigh.
uh huh.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like
yeah,
that.
yeah.
And like I had a white denim jacket on, and I'm like hanging on a pole next to the liquor store, and these guys were like, "Yo, what's up, girl?"
Yeah.
Yo, and I was
What's up, girl? That's so weird. Like you're young, trying to find your style.
"Yeah." I was.
So I remember
Yeah.
because like you're watching MTV and you're like, they're wearing tight jeans. Maybe I
Right.
should wear tight. And I went and bought a pair of jeans that were tight on me, and I remember like it hurt my nuts so bad. I remember like calling
I
my
had
mom like, "Yo,
seriously
my
tight jeans.
nuts hurt."
But you can't wear underwear with them because everything.
Right, but
I
I stopped wearing. I'm like, I'm just going regular jeans because like that night, like my nuts were just
really.
they were like throbbing. I remember going. I'm like, I gotta go to the hospital.
I wore
Balls are
tight jeans.
throbbing.
I wore skin tight jeans, white skin tight jeans.
Yeah, now they make them like stretchy. Back then there was
they
no
had
stretchy.
A little, give to them.
Now it's just like, I just gonna crunch these nuts somewhere.
Yeah.
It's just fucking awful.
I never really struggled to find a look as much as I was never really, like we wore, remember back maybe in the 80s, you might be a little too young, at all the carnivals that they would have like those painter's hats with the band on them.
Yeah.
White painters with the cardboard rim and the,
Yeah.
and the band on them. So like we would wear those, like AC/DC.
Yeah.
Black Sabbath, Led Zeppelin, Iron Maiden. So those bands like were big in my neighborhood too. But the guys who listened to Iron Maiden and Black Sabbath dressed a little more hardcore. They had longer hair.
Yeah.
And the guys who listened to a lot of classic rock and like even like Journey and like stuff like that, you know what I mean? They were more feathered back denim jackets, but like pop collars and like like cool guys.
They had their style. But I just remember just looking at people like this thing. Like I got no like I'm just a regular dude.
Yeah.
Like people would have styles and they look cool, and you're
Yes.
like, I want a style.
That's still the same way though.
You know what I mean? I
I
never
don't have a style. I want
No,
guys to dress me and then figure it out because I need a style.
Yeah.
I need a style.
That's what I always think.
I nail it, but I don't.
Like sometimes, like when if I think about filming myself doing stand up, I'm like, I don't even know what I would wear.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like I would want someone to like style me up,
But
just
you
for
see
the performance.
Like Sebastian like does his thing and he looks good.
Oh, Z Cavaricci's, yeah.
Oh yeah, that's
Me and Lisa dated in like we were boyfriend girlfriend in like 8th, 9th grade, and I think I had Z
okay.
Cavaricci's
Z
back
Cavaricci's,
then
that's-
for like
that
the
was a
9th
Guido
grade
gear.
semi-formal. That was like
I
1990.
wore Z Cavaricci's. They were
Yeah,
nice
yeah,
with red Reeboks.
yeah.
Oh my God. You want to know my outfit? My go-to outfit: I have black pants, black Lees, red Reeboks, a red turtleneck with my gold chain out.
Oh, the
Fucking
gold
hair
chain
feathering
out.
over my. I had my long hair feathering over my fucking turtleneck.
Yeah.
Had these fucking eyes. Girls girls would be like, "He's so." I would hear them, and be like, "They're not me."
So what were you saying? I cut you off. I forgot.
What were we talking about?
Ah, man, I forgot. I cut you off when I said Z Cavaricci's. We're talking about styles, like Sebastian. You were saying,
Oh, like Sebastian. I was watching something like. He was like, I don't know what he doesn't know style either. I said to him, he said something in a video, and I said, yeah, I just go in and like usually just point to the mannequin. Hopefully
Yeah.
have the mannequin done
Right.
the way I like it. And I'm like, yeah, can I have that whole outfit?
yeah.
Because I don't know how to do separates. I don't know how to do it. I just don't know how
Yeah.
to put something together where I look good. Like I know how to wear shirts and jeans, but like I like a whole look. And then if I do find a look that looks really good, that's my look. I'm going to do that for a while. And like I wish I just knew how to do it on the fly
The key,
all the time.
anytime I have,
I don't have a sense of style.
Yeah, I just gotta get shit tailored for me, and it looks fine.
Yeah, it's not even the way it fits. I just don't have a sense of style. How you can splash a little of this, a different look on your shoe, like everything different. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm just
Yeah.
pretty much like just a guy,
Plain.
just a basic guy. And I don't like that about me. I do not like that about me.
Yeah, I could be better with it. Sometimes my wife will help me. I'll be like, "Does this look good on me?"
Yeah.
And I trust her judgment. Like,
Right.
you know, she wouldn't be like, "Yeah, put that on," and send me out like a fool.
No.
You know.
No, I just wish I was better at it. But anyway, I'm not.
Yeah.
So anyway, the game for younger to now, yeah, there's probably about 4 or 5 broads through my whole life that'll always be someone that I go, she was awesome. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And and like to see them now, all the people I'm talking about, like we were talking about the Jersey City people. It's like a lot of the women, especially the attractive women, most of them made it and they're successful. Their lives are nice and full. You know what I mean? They have good lives, families, homes, everybody's doing well. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? But then, like most of the guy friends, I said this on stage. I'm like, there's a lot of broads here tonight from the old neighborhood. Not gonna see a lot of guys either dead, in rehab on their 15th rehab stint, or in prison. You know what I'm saying? Not a lot of the guys from the whole crew are successful. Now some of them did. Some of them became successful because they were like shady like business dudes, and they like ran shady construction companies.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
they became successful, not
Right.
like on a legit way. They're living like they got money. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? But I would say 60% of the dudes that from my neighborhood
Yeah.
are either dead or in prison.
Really?
Yeah, or living the same exact way still. Like they reach out to you on Facebook, bro, what's up? You're like, no, what are you talking about? Like the things I remember.
Yeah, I've had some old acquaintances
I would-
like get out of like they were in jail. Then you see them like pop up friend on Facebook like, yo, you want to hang? You're like,
I don't.
hey man, been a long time, buddy. It's been like 20 years.
I don't think
I don't know, man. You just got out.
Yeah.
I'm a way different person. I don't know how much you changed. You changed a lot there. Actually, what I'm trying to tell you is I'm scared. And I know you probably thought I was a pussy back then.
Woof, you don't even.
Oh, you don't even know the pussy I formed in the 20 years you've been in prison.
I went to a Jersey City reunion, right? Like maybe in 2008. Like this, they started having these reunions. Then we start doing it like every 3 months. They're like, yeah, we're doing a reunion. I'm like, no, we're hanging now. There's no more reunions. If we're
Yeah.
doing this every 3 months, now we just seem to be hanging out again. You know what I'm saying?
A reunion every 3
Yeah,
months.
you can't do it every 3 months.
Oh, so we're friends.
Yeah, yeah. So we're friends again?
Actually, we're almost dating.
Yeah.
When are you moving in?
So like there was a group of us, and I remember hanging out, and one of the dudes was like, yeah, I've been clean 18 years. I'm like, oh man, congratulations, that's awesome, 18 years. And I looked down, he's got a fucking ankle bracelet on. I'm like,
Oh,
what's the ankle? He's like, I'm on parole. I'm like, what kind of clean have you been living? What are you talking about living clean? Like, you're on parole. It's not been 18 years. So you've recently got arrested in your 18 years of cleanness.
yeah.
Right? So then one guy, we were talking about it last night. I'm not going to put his name out there. But I was working at Home Depot. This is like 2008, 2009.
Uh-huh.
And he comes in and he's like, oh, you work here, Gaff? I'm like, yeah. He's like, dude, I was working at the pro desk at the time. He's like, I'll come to the pro desk. You write out a big quote. Shit, you write out a big quote, but we'll pay for half. I'll take the other half out the door. And he goes, and I'll give you like half the money I save. We'll run the scam. I can do it all the time with you. And I'm like, I don't want to rob them. I'm not a criminal anymore. Like, I'm not a criminal. It's not what I don't want to rob money out of Home Depot and steal product. I don't want to. So his cousin came in like a week later, and I was like, what's up? I was like, do you know he was here last week asking me to start robbing shit, sending out the side door? And he's like, I'll fucking talk to him. Like he's like, yeah. He goes, if you want to do it, we're down. But I get it if you don't want to. I'm like, no, I don't. I just don't want to. I don't want to. They had a whole crew that would come in. They would look at me, and I knew what they were doing. I knew all of them from the neighborhood. They'd be like, what's up? I'm like, don't look what's up at me, man. Because they're gonna catch you with that fucking chainsaw that you got shoved in a carpet that you're trying to get out.
Yeah.
They're gonna catch you with that fucking thing, and they're gonna be like, Mike was talking to you in the aisle. And I'm not judging you for stealing, bro. Go for it. I just don't steal
Want to
anymore.
be involved.
I don't steal anymore. I
Yeah.
don't want to go to jail. I don't want to lose my job.
No?
I got to feed my kids. Yeah, I don't want to. I just don't want to be there. I remember one time he came up to me. He's like, "Oh, me and I don't want to say names, but they're like, yo, we stole this truck. We got this truck full of shit by his father's parking lot. Come by if you want to get some stuff." I'm like, "No, man, we're 42. I was not stealing trucks anymore."
Yeah.
Like, I just don't want to. I just don't want to. And I don't judge it for you stealing it, because fuck that, man. If I was still in that neighborhood thinking like that, I would steal too. I don't give a fuck. But I'm not there anymore. I had to, unfortunately or fortunately, however you want to look at it, when I got clean in 93, I had to separate myself just from the neighborhood to stay clean.
Right.
And by doing that, I separated myself from that way of thinking, that way of talking, that way of being.
Yeah.
It just happened. So I'm not going, oh, I'm not you, but I moved, my world evolved past it. I just evolved past it.
Yeah.
I didn't stay in it. If I stayed in it, maybe I'll still be that same degenerate, probably in and out of jails. But I just moved past it.
Right.
Now I'm here. I can't go backwards. I don't want to go backwards.
Yeah, man, it's weird when you run into old people, and
Yeah.
I remember this was even, I think I was probably only clean maybe like 4 or 5 years. I was working at IHOP still in
Right.
college.
IHOB.
Yeah. And this dude comes in who I knew from meetings a little
Right.
bit, but was always in and out.
Yeah.
And somebody comes, hey, a friend of yours is here. He asked to be sat in your section.
Right.
So I was like, all right. And I go there. He's like, hey, what's up, man? He's like, yeah, I just got out of prison. I'm like,
Yeah.
good to see you, bro. He's like, yeah, I'm broke, man. I ain't got nothing. Flat, bro. Like, just give me. I was like, that sucks, man. Then he orders like a shitload of food. So I'm
Right.
sitting there thinking, I'm like, just.
I would take
So then I was just sitting there talking to him. I'm like, because he just told me he's broke.
right. So,
So he's done.
As your,
So as I go, yo, you got money to pay for all this? So it was
Right.
like, whatever. It was like $50 worth of food.
for
It
one.
was like, he got like steak and eggs.
Oh, he's eating.
Bank. He
Yeah,
just
yeah.
pounded it. And he goes, wait, what do you, like, he's like, what are you accusing me of something? What are you fucking, we think I'm gonna come? Yeah, I think I got no fucking money. You think I come here and I was like, I don't know. You're just saying you
Yeah.
were really broke. I was just
Right.
curious. I was maybe help you. I didn't know what was going on. He was like, and he put up this huge scene and fucking stormed out of my house.
He didn't have money.
And manager's like, what was that? I'm like, I don't know.
He didn't have no money. That's
No,
what that
right.
was.
But I was just like,
You
wow.
called him out on it, and that was his way of out.
Yeah, or he had that plan the whole time.
No,
Yeah.
he was gonna
I was just
scam
like-
you, and then you were gonna go like, "Here's a bill," and he'd be like, "Dude, I don't have anything. Can you hook that up?" But you called him on it before he got his food.
Well, that's what I felt, that he was posturing that he had no money for food, and I'm thinking, all right, this old friend of mine, he's gonna have pancakes and eggs. I'll buy him pancakes and eggs.
Exactly.
Talk to me $10.
Yeah.
But then it's like, hey, can I get orange juice? Yo, we get the. It's
Can I
like,
get a cake there on?
and I'm like, no, I can't give you half my shift of money.
Right.
That's why I asked, like, can you help with it? He was like, what the fuck? I was like, that was crazy,
Yeah,
dude.
yeah.
It's just nuts. It was just nuts, man. It was just one of those, I just got out of prison.
Yeah.
Oof. Or like ones that, I remember one time being at a meeting and a dude who's just at the meeting, never met the guy. He shows,
Right.
I'm out of prison. I was there for 20 years.
Oh,
And he looks
like he's been,
hardened.
Yeah.
And then, like when I used to be involved with meetings, you're the one locking up.
Yeah.
And then he's like, yo, I ain't got no ride. They give me a ride. My rehab. They said I could just ask for rides at these meetings. I'm like, why do I have to drive the killers home? like that's like I'm just a young early 20s recovering addict. I don't want to. Why? It was the most. He's like, and he. I don't know if you know New Brunswick at all, but there used to be these project buildings in New Brunswick in the
Right.
early 90s. So he's like, all right, yo, bring me to my cousin's house. I was like, all right. So they had these big project buildings, and then he's like these little
townhousey things.
little
Maybe a
ones.
little garden.
So he goes, yo, look, I'm going to go to my cousin's house, but I got to stop at my girl's house. I got to get something, all right? And I'm just like,
Wow.
and he like jumps over a wall,
Right.
and he never came back.
You never saw him again?
I sat there for about 20 minutes, and there's like a lot of unsavory characters walking, and I go, I guess I'm gonna go. Like it was getting late. Like there was no cell phones. It was just like this guy, and I'm like,
Did you ever see him again?
never. But every time because I'm sitting there, I left him there.
Yeah,
so
yeah,
I left
'cause
him.
you're
I eventually
waiting for-
every
you're
time
waiting
the
for the
meeting
man-
door opened, I'm
Yeah.
like.
I can imagine you. I can imagine you.
You just hear the creaking. Sam, where'd you go? You didn't come back. Like I had like a whole speech planned. Like the killer. It was about a good month or two of going to that meeting where I was just like, "Is he here?"
And you know what? I wonder, like, we meet, like, even, like, the crew from Jersey City last night. We were talking about how you got people on Facebook, like, from the old neighborhood.
Yeah.
And, like, I don't know how many people, regular people out there have, like, friends on their Facebook. They're, like, I have, like, 5 friends, maybe even 6 friends who their profile pic is them in prison.
Yeah.
That's their profile.
Fucking crazy.
That's their profile pic, the prison pics.
Well, Robin Fox said, you did a joke about IHOP at the open mic days. I tell you, Robin, I did. And when it's going bad on some nights, I'll pull that sucker out. Yeah.
And the black couple.
Yeah, for sure.
No, the joke is the steak.
Ate a steak.
Yeah.
Still a quality joke.
Yeah.
Especially for an open micer to write those.
Yeah, that was a good joke.
You know what I mean?
You bring that out at the fucking firehouses.
Bring that up at the firehouse.
not?
Won't go on the special, but
It's not going on the CD.
we'll go on the special. If I gotta pull some time
Yeah,
out,
you're
I'll
doing
definitely. Hey, you guys have I
Knights
worked
of
at
Columbus.
IHOP.
You're doing a Rowdy Knights of Columbus. That comes out.
Yeah. Have you ever had to drive home like psychopaths you didn't know from meetings?
No.
No.
No. But there were psychopaths in my meetings, but I didn't have to. One guy. He was this ambiguous. I don't even know if he was black or Indian. I think he was Indian. But he had long hair and he had never blinked. And he would just sit there, like, never blink. And he's like, he loved any metal band. He was like a really metal kind of guy. And he was like, can you drive me home? I live in Englewood. I was like, I don't say no to anybody. So I'm like, yeah, I can drive you home, man. Yeah, he's like, cool. I really like how you share meetings. I'm like, thanks. And he's like, I'm like, so what do you do? He's like, just smoke a lot of pot, man. He was just fucking.
Just burnt the
He was
fuck
like, I
out.
smoke a lot of pot and I drop acid. But never blinked. The whole ride, I'm like, blink.
Oh, that would dry my eyes out. I'd be sitting there like, can you blink? Because my eyes are getting dry.
Blink, dude, blink. And he was just like, and then we pulled in front of his house, and like I was like, just sitting in front of his house, and he's like sitting in a car. I'm like, I like unlock the door for him. I'm like, click, I guess. And what are you waiting for? Get out the fucking door. Click. And he was just and he's like staring straight ahead. And he's like, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do this, man. These fucking meetings, you know, right? And he just starts like laughing about like this fucking meeting. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do it, man. It's just a lot of stuff. Like my family doesn't like that I go to me. You know what I mean? Like I don't know what I'm gonna do. I'm like, all right, click again with the door. I clicked it 3 times just to like give him the hint. You can get the fuck out now.
Yeah.
But he was so crazy and weird, and people would like he would come to meetings, and then he would be in the background like, I'm not driving him home again.
No.
It's so uncomfortable.
Yeah.
I don't know. He wasn't the prison murderer, but he was like a psycho. But not a lot. But you would sometimes when you're making coffee, you're there early enough to get the drop offs.
Yeah.
From the fucking rehabs or the fucking you're sitting and you're making a coffee and weirdos come in. There a meeting here? You're like, oh God, what? Yeah, there's a meeting here. Oh, they said I can come to meetings. Like, yeah, you can come. Is it starting? No, it's done. You got an hour still. I'm here making coffee.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I still lock up the one meeting. I always get stuck with these fucking or these motherfuckers. It's like, how'd you? They're like, you give me a ride home. You're like, yeah. Like, what? It's like Burlington, New Jersey. How'd you get here? Let me drive to Cherry Hill.
Yeah.
You couldn't find the one. I was at my aunt's barbecue. She lives up here, and then I was struggling because they had beer there.
Yeah.
And then I called the helpline. Then my cousin dropped me off here, and then I figured I'd get a ride home, but they're not there no more. So can you drive me to Cherry Hill? You're like,
No.
I did one time, but I called my buddy. I was like, yo, I got this dude who needs me to drive him like fucking 2 hours home. Can you just take a ride with me?
Right.
And I picked my buddy Troy up. He took a ride. I was like somewhere outside of Philly.
Yeah.
I'm like, how'd you get here, man?
But the program, one thing I'll talk about the program in a positive way, I had 9 months, and we went to North Carolina for Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
Me and my mother and father, and me and my mother and father went to North Carolina for Thanksgiving. Never been down there for that holiday, so we were down there. I had 9 months. I was going to meeting. I was just that guy, very, very, very involved.
Yeah.
So I go down there and I go to a meeting, and I had my family drop me off at this meeting. And why is it not playing right
I
there?
don't know. I think we lost the live. We'll
really?
see. I don't know.
Okay, it says 4 people still watching on the other side. I don't know.
No, we're still there.
You're still here. So anyway, I go to this meeting, and I don't know how it works. It's like one of these kind of meetings where I think everyone shares. I don't remember how it worked, but it was weird. It was different. It was North Carolina.
Yeah.
Guys were talking about their cows and their animals. I swear to God, it was very weird.
Yeah.
One guy was like, my whole herd is sick, and like it was weird shit. Like different.
My whole hurt. Oh, yeah.
It was different. It was like
Cows and shit.
Yeah, it was cows and shit. Like that was the talking about. And I was like, anybody smoke crack, or we just talking about cows? I don't know what's happening here. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah, when'd you hit bottom? Well, you know, when you're out with the cows and then one's flirting with you. Yes, I was high on shrooms, but
You know.
she was calling me, and then
She was playing.
apparently a neighbor saw it and felt that it was a little shady. Called the cops, and apparently banging cows, even if you own them, is frowned upon.
So here I am.
So they said you should go to NA meetings. a lot of relate with people. And I came here, and not only did people in my home group sleep with cows, but chickens and pig, and I felt home. People related with me. You know what I mean? When you know, two addicts
Fuck a cow together.
fuck a cow together. It's without parallel.
Yeah.
Like, it's very hard to find these types of support groups. So what'd you do in Jersey City? I just smoke crack. No animals? There's not really a lot of. I mean, some of the broads I dated, but I don't know if they fit out here. I mean, I guess some of them could be considered cows if they dressed right. They wore leather.
Couple pigs.
I did a few pigs that wore leather, so I'm with you, bro. We're relating. We're finding common ground. We're gonna stay clean tonight. Whew.
So I was in this meeting, and in this meeting I said, I'm visiting family. I got Thanksgiving coming up, tomorrow or 2 days from now, and I'm just going to be a little uncomfortable because it's like everyone's, they don't drink a lot, but there's going to be some beers, and I'm just going to be an uncomfortable situation for me.
Yeah.
I said, but I'm going to do it. It's my first really thing that I'm doing sober.
Right.
And clean. So I was there, and the guy says at the end of the meeting, the guy's like, so where's your grandma's house? And I don't know where the fuck I'm at in North Carolina. So I'm like, it's like, I don't know, man. It's like where we're like, it's like maybe that way, and there's like a church, and there's like a pantry, and he's like, oh man, it's on. I'm like, I don't know. There's not a lot going on. There's nothing happening. It's houses, and there's a pantry, and there's a church, and then we make a left, and it's down that. That's how I described it. He's like, oh, okay, man. Well, all right, man. If you need anything, here's my number. I was like, thanks, man. So it was Thursday. It was Thanksgiving, and my family's there. I'm having fun. I'm not even thinking about it. Just with my family, enjoying my time.
Yeah.
And my cousin just gets there. It's been there about a half hour. It's like 7 o'clock at night, and someone knocks on the front door. And my grandmother goes to the door and says, Mike, there's somebody here to see you. There's that fucking guy.
Oh, no.
Found my house.
Just
found the house from my fucked up description.
It's probably the house on that street.
Yeah. And he was like, hey, man, you want to go to meeting? Go to meeting. And I was like, wow, that's really awesome. But no, I'm staying here with my family. I was like, I just wanted to check in. I know you're visiting. And took off.
Wow. That's a nice guy.
That's a really nice guy. I was
Yeah.
like, wow, that was really awesome. But I don't know how. I said the Red House.
Was he like, what was that, Billy Bob Sling Blade?
No.
One little meeting. I thought I found a house over there. I think you won't go share strength from hope.
No.
Wait.
No, he was a normal guy.
No.
He was a normal guy. I don't think he was talking about cows or nothing like that. He was a normal guy.
Yeah.
He was good. But I just thought that was cool that he came looking for me. And I literally said it's a red house. It looks like a barnish house. And it's over there 4 miles that way. And he found
That makes sense for them.
Yeah.
Because there's probably not that much shit down there to like.
But the house, like when you go down a block from my grandmother's house, it was houses. I mean, not on top of one another, but there's homes. There's, 15 homes down this road. It's not like the only fucking house down there. He just knew where it was. Figured it out.
Just figure that shit.
Yeah, because I said the name of one of the area people's like Gerald's. The Gerald's. It's like, oh, about a Gerald's.
Oh, okay.
And everyone knew that family.
Yeah.
So he just came over by the Gerald's and figured it out. In Jersey, I would have been like, where do you live? And he'd be like, Patterson, like down a block. I'm like, I'm not going to that guy's house. I'm not going to find that guy. What am I on a fucking scavenger hunt for a crackhead?
Scavenger hunt for a crackhead. That should be an event at an NA convention. Scavenger hunt for a crackhead. Win a free pre-registration.
Yeah. Well,
Oh my god.
anyway,
Anywho, good cast.
good cast.
Good cast.
Anything you got going on that you want to talk about?
No.
Nothing?
I mean, no.
You sure?
I mean, nothing exciting.
No gripes? No problems?
I got no. Do I have any gripes? I don't know if I have any gripes. No.
Can I say something? I want to post this, but maybe just put it on a video, maybe pull the clip out.
Yeah.
There's been, especially one, I'm not going to say the comic he's posting. It's a political thing. He just keeps posting and posting and posting the same point 5 different ways. It's fucking driving me nuts. Every time I see it, I want to get involved. But I'm like,
About the kids in cages.
no, forget, no, because, can I just, I don't even know that story because I don't want to know. I don't care. I don't want to know. I don't want to go down any rabbit hole from my side or their side. Don't want it.
Yeah.
I just don't want it. I don't want to hear all your propaganda or all my propaganda. I don't
Tons of propaganda on both sides.
I don't want to hear it. I just don't want to hear it. I
Yeah.
don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. I don't give a fuck. I don't, just give me the facts, not your fucking made up facts, not your made up facts, just the real deal. That's all I want. You know what I mean? And I can't
Yeah.
find that without really looking for it, so I'm not doing it. You know? But this person kept posting you know, people who say he's not my president, you're fucking dumb. Then the next post, when Obama was the president, I didn't agree with all his policy, but he was my president. I'm like, no one up until the last 2 fucking years ever said my president. No one has ever said this is my president. A lot of people are saying it's not my president.
Right.
With this guy. But everyone on the other side now has to.
No. It started with Obama, not my president.
Who started that? That side?
Yeah.
So I never saw it. Even when if they did.
Yeah. No, they did.
I didn't notice it.
Yeah.
Because I didn't care. Because I never said, my president. He's
Right.
my president. I never said that. You know why? Because he was the president.
It actually that not my president actually started under Bush.
Right, because when he won unfairly. When he won unfairly, it might have started. But my point is, no one really, whoever voted for Bush didn't say he's
Right.
my president, and whoever didn't, it wasn't like that. Now it seems every time someone on the right posts something, they have to say, my president did this.
Right.
And they say it only to be confrontational.
Right.
They do not say it because they fucking have love in their hearts and they want everybody to be together or they want everyone to fucking respect the presidency. They're saying it only to be confrontational, to be combative. So if it's not your president, me opening with my president touches a soft spot in you.
Right.
And then I can go, not my president, touches a soft spot back.
Yeah.
And it's useless. He's the president. He's not mine. He's not yours. He's the president.
Yeah.
He's the motherfucking president. I've never said mine, and I loved Obama.
He's everyone's president.
He's the president.
Yeah.
He's the president. There's no confusion here. You don't get to choose. When Obama was president, he was the president. It wasn't mine or yours.
Yeah,
it was just the motherfucker. How come you gotta? Because you want to be combative. You want to fucking hit.
They just like to fight, man.
It's pathetic. So I just kept seeing it. I'm like, why don't you want to start saying it differently? Just say the president.
Yeah.
Don't say your president, because that's just to say to fuck you to people who say it's not their president.
Right.
So don't do that. Don't play that game.
Okay.
Just be. Did you guys see what the president did today? He's the president. Did you see what he did? It's a good thing or it's a bad thing, whatever.
You're right.
But not mine. My president. You just. It's like that and the patriotism and things like it. It seems like anything like, for instance, with the cage kids and all that stuff. If any of that stuff is true, if any of the other, like I know some of the videos are made up, but who made them up? Was it lefties made them up, or was it righties made them up to make lefties look stupid?
Well, the one picture of the kid crying against the fence was posted by a liberal reporter.
Right.
And it was taken from a rally in Texas 4 years ago.
Right, I know, yeah, in front of that.
And then he goes, even if it's not, I would still stand by my thing of making a point. It's like, but that is why they call you fake news.
Exactly.
You dummy. If you don't want to be called fake news, you got to be perfect. And you can't do knowingly fake shit.
Absolutely.
And here's like, here's a couple things about that I'll just say. Any picture of those same camps under Obama of kids, they were smiling and playing video games.
Right.
All the
Absolutely.
pictures coming out of those camps under Trump, they're crying and being separated from their mother.
Right.
Do I believe some people are being separated badly? Yes. But the media is phony, and that's always been Trump's point. It's like you don't tell the real story.
Or the whole story.
Or the whole story.
Right.
And like I showed Kerry a LA Times article where it interviews one of the cops involved with. He goes, a lot of these kids are trafficked, and these people are saying that they're kids. And a lot of them aren't, and we have to figure that out. And there's no paperwork.
Right.
They're not coming in with paperwork.
Right.
So we got to make sure these aren't child trafficked. Listen, man, nothing's going to be perfect.
Right.
You know what I mean? And I don't know, man. I just hate it. It's always like, let's go to my side, your side. Now our side's totally wrong. And it's like, you're not getting the whole story, man. So you're okay with people trafficking children as sex slaves?
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
So you don't want us to separate that? You just want to let them in? Oh, yeah, it could be his dad or his uncle.
Right.
But you don't know.
Yeah, no, I don't. I know there's way more to the story and way more needs to be done.
Yeah.
I get that. I'm just saying that, like you just said, going to the corner and pointing out why you're this and why this is this, the real stories get lost.
Right.
The real story gets lost.
Yeah.
If there's a real group of kids crying, it will always be fake now.
Yeah.
Because it was showed.
That's my point.
You made it now.
And I'm not saying I support what they're
you
doing.
made it now impossible to make that story true.
Yeah.
Because there was something fake.
Right.
But I also don't know. I'm not saying that one story, but I don't see how fake stories can be created by the right side, put out there, made to look like a left created it, so it discredits anything the left tries to say.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I can always create a story, make it like you created the story.
Yeah.
Then it looks like all the stories you create are fake.
Yeah, I guess that could be done too, but this guy actually came out and
that.
said,
I'm just saying in general. But the point is that running to either side is you have to be able to be open-minded. Like, yes, and stop saying that, oh, yes, Obama did it. We can focus on that. It was wrong. It made people uncomfortable when he did it.
Yeah.
It did. You know what I'm saying? It made people uncomfortable. Thinking about kids not being around their families is uncomfortable, whether it's, for the right reasons or not. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I don't want kids to be separated from their families.
Of course. And then you get people, well, you want your kids to not get separated? Stop showing up illegally to the country. Like, you idiot. If you've never run away from another country, you have no idea what some of these people are trying to get away from.
Right.
They're willing to come to this country
to die.
They have no idea what's happening. They just want to get away from their country because everyone's getting killed.
That's the problem in this country. We don't have a good path to citizenship.
Or just even from people running from their insanity in their life. Like, there should be more of a, you're not running through this country, but let's figure you out.
Right.
There should be a better process.
Yeah.
A much better process than what it is right now.
Yeah.
I think separating families from their kids is a real thing. And people, because the liberals will attach themselves to the emotion of it,
right,
the other side will then say, fuck you, it's not a real thing anyhow.
Yeah.
And they'll downplay it. It's like, because the liberals are so liberal, the rights have to be so right. Because no one wants to try to come in the middle. No one wants to try to be in the middle.
Yeah.
I'm talking about liberals like that'll cry over that and say, the kids are being... And it's a real thing, but the right will be like, fuck you when you're crying because we don't give a fuck about what you're crying about. Because the right really wants to see a liberal suffer.
You know what, man? It's just like... I don't know, man. It's just such a mess, man. I even joked about it, and people were like, like I joked about Rachel Maddow crying when she was reading on air.
Yeah.
And I said, I think my joke was, I haven't seen bad acting like that since my wife pretended to laugh at my last show.
Right.
And then, which I'm clearly making fun of myself and Rachel Maddow, who I just felt wasn't. I didn't feel it was a genuine moment.
Yeah.
And someone's like, was it genuine? You know, if you had children, you know, like I'm not getting into this.
Yeah, that's a whole bunch of other stuff.
But
you're
it's
talking
but
about.
it's like
You're just talking
but
about
like
that moment
like
that
you're
that-
like crazy. There's crazy liberals
Well,
too.
that's
You know
the
what I mean?
point
It's
I'm
like
saying.
yeah.
They're fighting. The liberal is fighting for something you could take a knee on that one.
You could take it exactly.
like,
Take a knee on that
on the
one.
on like yeah, maybe she wasn't being genuine. Who knows? Done. Let it go. But you're fighting that too, and you're fighting everything. You're fighting everything. What happens is this side fights everything, and then they fight things that you look at and go, "How the fuck are you fighting for that?" Because you're fighting for fucking Rachel Maddow. That's why. You're fighting for something that's clearly who cares, but you fucking making it a news story.
Yeah.
That's why I don't even care. I don't want to know your story. I don't want to know.
See, but that's why people don't believe the media and believe it's a left-wing media.
Right.
Because it's like you didn't have this uproar when it was happening over Obama.
Right.
They weren't covering a story in that same way.
Neither was the other side though either.
I don't know. I don't watch
But I'm saying
I don't watch Fox News.
But they did.
But you know why? Because they're into that shit. They're like,
Right.
this is. But they would not give him.
But they didn't give him credit.
They don't give him credit for it. But they're like, yeah, we're not gonna give you credit for it, but we love what you're doing.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
like, yeah, why would
absolutely.
we're not gonna
Right.
help him get more popular.
Right.
But nor are we gonna try and stop him from doing
Yeah,
this
yeah.
thing that we believe in.
Right.
You know what I mean? And I think that's something that I was talking with Troy Allen about this when we were in New York the other day. I think that's the thing that people that support liberal beliefs you don't admit is even existing.
Right.
And I think that's why people find it phony. And that's why it led to a man like Trump being able to label them as fake news.
Yeah,
and it's easy for people to believe it.
Right.
Because, all right, you're not making up news, but you're only putting your spin on
you got
news,
your
which
angle.
is that wouldn't be fake news. It's biased news.
Yeah, that's more the word.
But look, you're never going to win that.
No.
Unless
That's
you're
why I
good,
keep
unless
saying-
you shit, unless you change.
But that's why I keep saying always it has to start with somebody doing it.
Yeah.
So it has to start with someone moving closer to the center with issues like that. You know what I mean? Like with this situation. Like, did you watch Bill Maher with the black dude from the NRA?
Loved it. Finally, an intelligent person talking about guns.
Yeah, not in like some like I have to have it this way thing. He was like very concise. He knew what he was talking about, and it was like a simpler way of putting it. He was a good guy. It was good, and even Bill Maher talking to him.
Yeah.
Even Bill's like, Bill Maher, I don't agree with a lot of
Yeah,
things you guys
well,
say.
he talked a lot about like stuff we've talked about here. How like the AR-15 is no different than any other gun. It just
Right.
looks like an
It's
assault weapon.
scarier. It just looks scarier.
It looks
Yeah.
scarier. You could shoot other guns that are legal just as fast.
Correct.
And then
Right.
people, but then here, if I was having this argument with a liberal, yeah, but they got bump stocks. Yeah, but it's not that like. See, you always need. You're never. You know what I mean? Like,
Right,
don't
right.
fight. You're fighting the wrong fight.
That's what. Yes,
You're
exactly.
fighting the wrong fight.
Yes.
and you're not gonna get
Nowhere.
And like you have to, like even what that guy said, he's like yeah, you don't want teacher's arm, but it's like if the guy comes into school,
Right.
the teacher still got to risk his life. Except now he has no weapon.
Right.
He still has to protect those kids.
Yep.
He's not going to make an armor of children. And be like, all right,
Right.
they didn't give me a gun, so let me throw 8 of these in front of me.
Yeah. Right. No, absolutely.
Yeah, it's a sad world we live in.
Right.
But
Yeah, got to adjust.
right, but that's the thing that I don't know, man. I don't because I don't I don't like to shit on people, but it's like right, like the right are staunch in what they believe in. They give not an inch, but the liberals act like they give an inch, but they don't.
No,
They talk like they want to.
I think a lot of liberals don't even think about giving an inch, and they don't even pretend they are. They are so self-righteous in their beliefs. The left, there's no open-mindedness, and there's no willing to be like, we got to listen to all sides.
But there was a guy, I think, on that Bill Maher, too, that talked about why there's going to be no middle third party,
Yeah, yeah.
why that won't work either.
yeah.
You know
That
what
was
I
a
mean?
good episode.
It was, because it's true. Listen, man, believe it or not, the president we have is not a Republican or a Democrat. He's a quintessential
Independent.
an independent. So, like, yeah, it was always, everyone's like, oh, we should have an independent party. Yeah, but you never know what you're going to get with that.
Right.
You never know what you're going to get with that. That's this person that believes in nothing and everything.
Right.
And that's insanity. You know what I mean? Like, you always, like, because when everybody thinks about this third party, I think of like this person that's going to solve everybody's problems. Like, there's
Right.
this there's this guy with this conscience out there that's going to bring both sides together. Like, wait, didn't you guys both see it this way? And they're both going to be like, where has this genius been? No, you're not going to get that. You could get a lunatic even further than Trump. That's why I go, you people are scared of Trump. I go, I'm not scared of Trump. I go, Trump is still a reality TV star.
Yeah, you're gonna get someone who knows what they're doing in that position.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. It's a guy crazier. Trump, he says stupid things, but he does nothing. These things that are happening down there would have been happening if Trump didn't win. If any of those other Republicans won, these kids would still be in cages down there. Yeah, Trump's not doing that. That's the Attorney General doing that.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yep.
And he's in the beliefs, and he may not have been the Attorney General if Trump didn't get in, but somebody in that crew was. They're all cronies in the same crew.
Right.
One of those that got that job was going to be
That is the thing that I always hope, the whole draining the swamp and mixing up has not happened at all. It's still fucking party politics 1,000%.
Right.
It's not changed at all. I don't care if, the liberals are like, why can't the Republicans stand up? Because they're getting what they want. They're not going to stand up to a guy who's giving them what they want.
But isn't it funny, though, how fucking constantly, isn't it, hilarious that Comey got caught using private email to do government business? It's like liberals never catch a break. They can't ever win this back and forth because they always do something just as stupid. But I'm saying, though, the guy that they before Trump won, everyone was like, fucking Comey's a piece of shit because he fucked up the thing. How can you do that to Hillary? Then Trump wins. Then he fires Comey. Comey becomes the Democratic sympathy person. Dude, if you fire Comey, then they all defend Comey. Comey is just as schmarmy. You know what I mean? It's like, but then it gives ammunition to them. See, I knew I should have fired Comey. He was a piece of garbage.
Right.
You know what I mean?
But then it goes down to the real thing that was when Comey was investigating back in the day. Everybody was like, it's not a big deal with these emails. Stop with the fucking emails. They're not that big a deal. Right?
Yeah.
They weren't that big a deal. They never were that big a deal. Yeah. Right? But they had to make it that big a deal.
Yeah.
And then Comey gets busted doing the same thing. And it's like, well, that was never a big deal anyhow. But since we all fueled that fire, now that's got to be a big deal for him too.
The liberals stink.
Yeah, you can't now say, because I've never thought the emails mattered.
Yeah.
Never did. Never thought that what she did was so outrageous.
Right, but it was a political election talking point to knock her down.
But even before that, when it was before really the election, when it was always out there and Comey was investigating it before it heated up. But I hated it then.
But that's why they're good at it, and that's what Bill Maher always says. What the Democrats suck at. They were getting this story going well before the election.
No,
now, tell me, I don't hear anybody.
But I'm just talking about the thing that they brought her up on because she used the email thing. I'm not talking about political at all. I'm talking about the thing they were investigating for her in emails.
Yeah.
I never thought was a thing.
Right.
I was like, what the fuck does it matter? And that's not even about elections or they were trying to smear her name. I didn't look at it like that. I was just like, what are we talking? Let's just talk about the crime. That's what get the fuck out of here. You could see what it was no big deal. What she did. So she used a fucking email at home. She wasn't trying to be fucking cloak and dagger. She was just using her own personal email. Did she violate some policies that you have? That's like you work at the studio and there's a policy in the studio that you're not allowed to bring lunch to your fucking desk, but you ate at the desk.
Yeah.
So what? You fucking violated the policy. She violated the policy of using her personal emails for government stuff. That's what she did. It's not a fucking crime where she should be in prison. Okay?
Yeah.
So I always thought that. And that was way back before even Trump said he was going to run. I just thought that was dumb. And then the guy investigating her was actually doing the same stupid shit she was doing because it doesn't matter. I bet you 80% of the people who work for government have used their private emails. They just haven't been looked at.
Right.
Because it's not a big deal. But since they caught her, they made it a big deal. Now they caught him. Now it's got to be a big deal.
Yeah, but it always falls to the liberal. Here's the thing.
No, I know.
The problem with liberals is when you run as the moral authority.
I get it.
You got to be squeaky
I'm just talking
clean.
about it in general. This has nothing to do with any party. I'm just saying.
But anyway, but we were talking about people
if a cop was frisking. It's like a cop pulled you over.
Yeah.
For switching lanes without using your directional.
Yeah.
And then 2 minutes later, he's switching lanes without using a directional.
Yeah.
It's like, what the fuck? It's not really a big deal, right? That I switched lanes.
Right.
You just wanted to pull me over and be a dickhead about it. And then I'm watching you do it, and it's obviously not a big deal because you just did it.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like, what they made this big hype about years ago wasn't really a big thing anyhow. And then the guy who was really investigating it was doing it too.
Yeah.
It's like, I bet you if you check everybody's emails before it became a big thing, everyone used it.
Yeah.
But they probably now, everybody deleted their shit. Like, fuck that, delete that. I don't want to get in trouble. But I bet you everyone did. You're probably at home, you're on your Gmail, like, let me just shoot an email. Like, why? It's not, I don't know. I don't know. I don't think it was ever a big deal. And now but it has to stay a big deal because you made it such a big deal there. Nobody can say, it's not a big deal for Comey. It's got to be just as big a deal.
Yeah.
It's got to be just as big a deal because you can't. I think it was always dumb, but I can't. Now I have to be like, I guess it's a big deal. I don't know.
I feel Trump. I feel like he's playing them perfectly. He's turned them into the cry wolf, everything, and nothing seems bad anymore because it's just
It's
constant.
too much. That's why I don't
It's
watch.
too
I don't
much,
listen.
and
I
it's
don't want
like
to hear about it.
I said it, I think, a podcast or two ago. I'm like, it's almost like they're turning him into like almost like a sympathetic figure. It's like,
Yeah, I don't even care about it. I don't care about it.
no, but I'm saying though, it's almost like,
I don't care about any
shut
of it.
up, talk about
Listen, man, it is no different than it's always been.
right,
Politics is politics.
yeah.
People with the money.
But people are fucking rude to each other.
Yeah, that's my. Whenever I talk about politics, it isn't about what they're doing up there in Capitol Hill because that is just business as usual, man. I don't give a fuck what you retarded right.
That's why I don't get crazy into it because to me, it's the same shit's always going on. But what bothers me is the way people talk to each other on social media.
That's the point.
Tell
When
people.
I'm addressing that. I'm not addressing what they're doing because what they're doing is what they've always done.
Right.
You know, Obama was classier with it.
Right.
Okay? I'm not saying he was as equally as shitty as this fucking dude is, but he did some shitty things. But everyone did. Right?
Yeah.
They all get their pockets aligned with fucking rich people, man. If you think giving tax breaks to the people that Trump gave tax breaks for doesn't benefit him and his people, then you're just simply retarded. You're simply mentally handicapped and you shouldn't be involved in human conversation. If you don't think that the billionaire who gave his billionaire friends tax breaks didn't benefit from that, you are fucking retarded. If you can't say it, like, yeah, it definitely did. Say it! I'll respect you.
Yeah, no one will ever admit
No.
nothing.
So you got that. And then for years, politicians have always been in the pockets of other people. We know that. So it's not changed. So when it comes to politics, that's what's happening. Now we'll talk to the people here who are going to act like they know fucking financing, act like they know fucking immigration laws, and shit on anybody who doesn't feel the way they feel.
Yeah.
That's what I'm done with.
Yeah.
Every time I say something that's not exactly what you think or the other way, you're going to shit or we're going to shit on each other? Like, no. That's why the person that I even brought this conversation up kept saying, all the people who say he's not my president, you're fucking retarded. And I wanted to say, and all the people who say he's my president is equally retarded. Because he's the president, you fucking retard. He's the president. That's it. You're saying he's my president because you want to make sure the left feels that.
Right.
And they're saying he's not my president because the left wants to make sure you feel that.
Yeah.
And neither one of you give a fuck about each other. So just say he's the president, you fucking retard. He's the president. That's it. Whether I like it or you love it, who cares? He's the president. Just say that. Either side. And I'm a left person. A lot of my friends say, it's not my president. He is.
He is your president.
Unfortunately, you might not like it, and I hear you, but he is. And all the fucking retards on the right, my president. Yeah, no shit, he's the president.
Right.
He's the president. Yes, granted, he seems to like you a lot more because you fucking pat him on his back. Yeah. But he's the president. I get it.
Right.
Just stop it. If you want it to change, you got to change it.
I just feel like, don't they get tired?
I'm exhausted.
Like how many people not getting like you guys are still campaigning and
Yeah.
you still just are you tired? Like personally, fine if you read the news and you want to go to your rallies
Right.
and do something, but are you done with Facebook? Can we get back to your pictures of your kids, your food, what movie you saw?
Right.
like you're not changing nobody's mind.
Right.
You're speaking to your friends.
You're speaking to 12 people who think like you already.
Right. So you're doing nothing, both of yous.
Right.
Doing nothing but
Exactly.
causing chaos.
And that's why I don't post anything.
That's
ever.
just like talking to anybody about like religion and even in
Yes.
that's why you don't talk about shit like
No.
at dinners because it's like
You don't bring up religion and
you're not
politics.
convincing anybody. You only unless you're one-on-one with like a pal.
Right.
Like me and you could have dinner and talk gun control because we think
Yeah.
differently, but we don't go like you're a fucking dumb piece of shit.
No, yeah, you don't think like me? Yeah, no.
I like enough of your memes. Enough of your fucking
Video clips that are just equally as fake. My mom sent me something. It wasn't even about politics. She just happened to send me something to read about. I bought 2 weeks ago, or for whenever Father's Day was, I had a barbecue in the backyard, and I bought a big can of B&M baked beans, southern style baked beans.
yeah.
Cooked them up, and my mom, like the next day, was like, there was a B&M recall from baked beans. I'm like, Mom, it's a day after we ate it. She's like, yeah, I knew about it last week, but I forgot. I'm like,
You better take a shit real fast then.
I'm like, what? So we found out it wasn't the one. It was the kind we ate, but it wasn't the year.
Okay.
But she sends me the link that she saw it on, and it was called the website Right Wing something. And I'm like, I got to do more investigating in this. I can't read this article and think that could be right.
Yeah.
So that I Googled B&M recall, and it was news stories. It was actually like a lot of news stories about it being recalled. And then I went to B&M website, and it talked about it.
Yeah.
But the first then said Right Wing Chronicles or something like that. Yeah, okay, we're good. I'm not reading this. You know what I mean? Like, stop sharing those things. Stop sharing a video that says exactly what you want it to say.
They won't. I just try to
no.
ignore it. That's why
Yeah,
even
I
when I
don't-
tried doing that joke last week, I'm like, at least I'm a comedian. I'm trying to make a joke about it, but then
Right.
I deleted it because it's like you can't even realize that I'm making fun of myself. I'm using a news thing. It's like, don't take me seriously.
No. Yeah, I don't. I try to leave it all out. And some woman emailed me, DM'd me. She's like, when are you coming to whatever state she lives in? I really want to see you. We definitely don't agree on politics, but I think I'm like, why did you even need to put that in there? Like, I don't know your politics. I don't give a flying fuck about your politics. You DM me about a comedy show, and you're like, we definitely don't agree on politics, but I think you're funny. I'm like, what was that point for?
Yeah, I don't have anybody in my life based on their politics.
Yeah,
I don't.
know. Yeah,
I don't like.
Listen, man, there's a lot of people on my Facebook that I think they're disgusting with their politics.
There are people that
But
are
I'm not
disgusting, but I see people be like, if you voted for Trump, you're a racist, and I
Yeah.
can't have you in my life. It's like, see, and that is why. Now, are there racists that? Yeah, sure, but you like that's the type of
But
blanket.
you,
things.
that thing you just said is what all the people I'm going to talk about will point out. But I can point out all the things they've said,
right?
right? Because I can look at it from the other side and go, but they say this, right? And I know that they say this, but they say this,
Yeah,
and they say this. They all got to stop saying this.
that's what I'm saying.
Just stop.
Just
But
stop.
it has to start by me not saying they say this. You just told me people say and I think that's stupid. I'm going to stay focused on that. I'm not going to say those words because
Yeah.
I know that doesn't make sense. I can only change my actions, right?
Yeah.
I cannot change my actions by saying they do it. That's not how it's going to change.
Yeah.
I have to just change. That's why the point of this whole thing with the guy saying, my president, my president, my
It's
president.
I know it's just such ridiculousness. Just these broad strokes.
Yeah.
It's like saying, "Oh, you support Obama? Oh, so then you support killing innocent women and children in the Middle East?"
Right.
Like, I don't.
Right,
Well,
right.
if you support him, you do.
Yeah.
'Cause he did that with drones. But
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
but I don't like that part of him.
Right. There's part
But
there's
you
parts of
know,
policy I'm not
but
gonna like.
it's just as ridiculous of a stroke.
absolutely.
It's be like,
No,
oh, so that's your platform. You support murder of innocent women and children,
Right.
In foreign countries.
So
no,
how I do it differently is I just don't say it that way anymore. I don't try to be as broad stroke. Okay, I don't.
Yeah.
I believe, and this is just from my observation, that Trump was able to tap into something that's already been there.
Yeah.
He's tapped into something, letting white people, and I'm going to be honest, letting a lot of white people, not us, just because you're white doesn't mean it applies.
Yeah.
Okay? White people in parts of the country who feel like their power or their importance is slipping away. right?
Okay.
And they also feel that a lot of government agencies or government subsidies go towards people of different color, right? Not white.
Right.
Which I'm not going to argue if that's how they see it. I'm not going to tell them they're wrong. That's how they see it. What the fuck am I doing? But those people, when they're sitting around the bar, the barbecue, their words are these fucking ends and these fucking immigrants. They get everything. That's the conversation.
Yeah.
Right? So if I come in and go, listen, these hard up, people in these neighborhoods are going to get out and get jobs. We're going to stop subsidies, and we're not letting immigrants back in. Who's voting? They're going to vote for me.
Yeah.
I just told them exactly what they want to hear. So it wasn't like he made it up.
Right.
They wanted to hear that anyhow. They've been talking about like that at the bar for 37 years. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And they feel that their stance in the country or is dwindling.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And that all the brown people get free shit.
Yeah.
What about us?
Yeah.
I mean, that is the underlying tone a lot of things. Like mining jobs, all those mining jobs, who works them? White people. It's in white neighborhoods. It's in white poor neighborhoods. What about us, man? Are we going to open the mines back up for you? Yeah, I'm voting that guy.
Mm.
You know what I mean? Instead of someone going, you know what, doesn't really make sense to open up mines, but can we get you some schooling, maybe get you a job somewhere else? Can we do that for you? We can try it. Let's try that. Because mines, coal doesn't make sense. Can we try that?
Yeah.
No, nobody told them that. So somebody came in with this bullshit. I'm gonna open it back up. You want to get in there? Yeah, I do. So that's the guy. So he didn't create this. This was already there.
Right.
He just knew how to tap into it.
Right.
And now, it's like when Dane Cook blew up on MySpace, and every other retarded comic thought they can do the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna use MySpace to make me a successful comedian, and it didn't work.
Right.
Dane Cook already did it.
Right.
You can't follow in Trump's footsteps and think you're going to duplicate it on your end.
Right.
And you also can't go, fuck that guy, he sucks, vote for us.
Right.
That ain't going to cut it either.
Yeah.
You can't just shit on him and think you're going to get elected.
That's why they're going to lose.
That's exactly why. And that's why I won't watch the news, won't read an article, won't get involved at all. Because your fucking approach is pathetic. It's like if you're a Met fan and you're watching them play baseball and you're like, what's the lineup you're putting together?
Yeah.
Oh my God. I don't want to watch Mets games anymore because that's a shit lineup and they're never going to win.
Yeah.
It's the same way I feel. I don't want to hear what you have to say. I don't want to hear your platform because you're going to lose the way you're going. And I don't want to hear about it. I don't want to be involved. I just stopped a year ago. Stopped. And the only reason I'm saying the Facebook thing because the same person posted it 3 or 4 different ways. The same topic. Mm-hmm. And I was like, would you stop already? Why don't you just call him the president and I'll follow your lead?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Donald Trump the president. Yeah, he is the president. That's it. I'm done. I'm not going to argue with you. Who's arguing? If they're arguing, you don't want to talk to them people anyhow. I don't want to hang out with a bunch of people who are arguing that he's not the president. I don't want to hang out with them.
Right, right.
You know what I mean? I do agree with you. You're an idiot, though. Stop saying that. Stop saying it, man. It makes you sound like you're still in 2016, November. It's not. It's over, man. It's 2018, man. That's over. And you act like you're not giving it up. And that's why they keep going. They're complaining, still whining about losing. Like, you're feeding them this boring fucking things they get to say to you.
It's enough already. Both of you. Just both people. Just get back to pictures of your kids and food, your podcast links, your shows if you're a comedian.
Yeah,
just
your shitty slow flyers.
Yeah, pictures of your wine and painting expeditions. Like, I want, just fucking normal life, man.
You got any memes you wanted to talk about before we go?
No.
Didn't you have that meme?
I have nothing set up. I have nothing set up. I didn't set up anything to show.
Got it.
But well, maybe next week we'll do memes. If you know any memes. But gotta wrap this up. I gotta get some food in this belly.
Yeah, I'm hungry.
I'm hungry, and I gotta finish my shed before the rain hits tonight.
Is it gonna rain?
Yeah, but it's pretty much up. If you look over on that side of my yard.
Over there?
No, the other side of the yard. I built a new shed. I just gotta put some support beams and shit. It's nice, right?
Yeah.
I built the base and everything, bro. Fucking man work.
I thought he built it, but it's It's a prefab. But I thought like you. Built,
No, but I built the wood.
no,
platform
I got it. But
and then,
if I just said. To
but
you,
I did build that wood one that's over there.
Yeah, that's not the one we're talking about today.
I know, but I'm just saying. I do. But he's trying to shit on me.
No, I'm
like I
not.
didn't build a shed.
I'm
I
not.
built it.
But the way he made it sound is if I got to build this shed, I got to get done building because it's over there. And I thought like, oh, there's probably like half a roof is still got to go.
Oh, no,
on.
I got most of
it's
it
a
together.
prefab shed. He just built the platform, which is more than I'm going to do.
Yeah.
But
No, but there's a lot of pieces to put up with that. It didn't come like
you
that.
assembled. You assembled.
Yeah, it's fucking hard.
No, you assembled.
A shed.
I'm good with assembling a shed.
That's it. Built it.
Assembled.
Built it. The hardest part is making the platform and leveling that
You
shit.
built that.
Like a man. I don't know how men do this work every day. Though. I don't know how to be a real man.
I don't want
'Cause
to.
that is some tough ass work.
I'm good.
I built a 7x7 base and I wanted to retire.
I want to retire just from hearing you talk about it.
Cool. Lisa's got a list of memes for us guys. Cool. Post them in our group, and then we'll. I want to see those memes, Lisa.
Right now?
Let's do. No. We'll talk
yeah,
about it
post
next
them in the group
episode.
and then we'll talk about it.
But let's do some plugs. I finally have a plug because I've been off for a while. But yes, this Wednesday, come see me headline Uncle Vinny's Comedy Club. I want to fill the room. It's my last time there this summer. It's a Wednesday. It's 8. You can be in and out. Boom, bang. Back to your kids or whatever the fuck you have at home.
Nice.
Dogs. And it'll be a good time. I don't know who's opening for me, but it's always a good show. So go
All right.
there.
Well, I am on Thursday. I'm doing that tap house.
Okay.
I'm doing that Thursday, and then Friday, Saturday, I'm at Wisecrackers in Allentown.
Nice.
So it's like that's the weekend before 4th of July. So right.
Yes, weekend before 4th of July.
Come hang, man.
Come hang. All right, people. Thanks for watching us live on Facebook. Please subscribe with these links below right here. That's the audio. We need you to download that and subscribe. That helps our numbers. But anyway, thanks for listening. Thanks for checking out the podcast. We appreciate all your support. You've been listening to All in Our Heads.